Merry Christmas, movie fans. This is Joe at the movies, and tonight we are going to be talking about A Christmas Chronicles Part 2. Christmas Chronicles 2 is a sequel to Christmas Chronicles, which came out on Netflix in 2018. Christmas Chronicles 2 is written by Matt Lieberman and Chris Columbus and directed by Chris Columbus, who you may be familiar with. He directed the first two Home Alone movies, first two Harry Potter movies, and Adventures in Babysitting, one of my all-time favorites. Also did Mrs. Doubtfire, another very good movie. Anyway, back to Christmas Chronicles 2. This movie stars Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn playing Santa and Mrs. Claus, respectively. Kurt Russell is reprising his role from the first movie as Santa Claus, in which I gotta say, in both movies, that's one thing he knocked it out of the park, but more on that later. Also stars Julian Dennison as the elf Belsnickel. You may if you've seen Deadpool 2, you may remember Julian as Fire Fist, or he was the kid that Deadpool was protecting through the movie. So you may know him from there. And Darby Camp, who plays Kate, again reprising her role as Kate from the first Christmas Chronicles. So if you haven't seen the first one, just a little recap on the first Christmas Chronicles. These two kids, their siblings, Kate and her older brother, I can't remember his name. They're going through a rough Christmas. I think their dad had just passed, and they run into Santa Claus, who is played by Kurt Russell, like I said, and he was kind of lost his faith in Christmas, and he was just kind of down in the dumps, and drinking a little bit, and so it was a kind of a comedy, a holiday comedy about these kids helping Santa Claus find his faith in Christmas again. So I highly recommend Christmas Chronicles 1. I thought that was a really good, fun Christmas movie. We're not talking award winning, but most movies aren't, and some of the best movies aren't, I would argue. But anyway, on to Christmas Chronicles 2. Things I liked about it. One, and I'm not getting deep into spoilers. I don't like doing spoiler reviews. I actually want you to go watch the movie, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you every little thing about it. I'll tell you a little bit about it, kind of what I thought about it, but I don't do spoilers because, like I said, I want you to actually watch the movie. Also, recently, in one of the comments that I got on one of my videos, somebody asked me how I would score or rate a movie, I guess on like 5 out of 5 stars or on a 1 to 10 scale. I don't do that either, because I find that mood affects a movie, and just life experience affects what you get out of a movie. And I found that the movies that I do watch more than once, that I will give them a different rating every time I watch them, sometimes lower, sometimes higher, because I do believe that, film is an art, and by studying that art, you will find things you like or dislike about it through multiple viewings of a film. So that's just why I don't do ratings on this. Anyway, like I said, okay, pros in the movie, things I liked about it. It was original. I got to say, most sequels that you've seen many times, many of us have seen sequels that just basically remake the first movie, maybe change locations, change a few things around, but they didn't do that with this one. The first movie, like I said, it was set in, I think, Boston, and these kids are helping Santa find his faith. So you had a fantasy character brought into the real world and interacting with the real world and bringing some fantasy and Christmas whimsical and magic into the real world, which I thought was very delightful. This one kind of does the opposite. It takes the character Kate from the first movie, along with her future stepson Jack, to the North Pole, to Santa's town, Santa's village. And so you're taking two characters from the real world and putting them in a complete fantasy setting, which I thought was good. I thought that was much better than just trying to remake Christmas Chronicles 1 and slapping a 2 on the title. So I applaud them for their originality. Also, Kurt Russell was fantastic once again. He is a great modern retelling of Santa. And I really liked how this one, they get a little bit into Santa Claus's origins, and they touched on, some of the real life lore behind Santa Claus and his Turkish origins, and they kind of added in some Christian themes and some just normal holiday Christmas traditions that we have mixed into his origin. It was really cool. That part was, I really enjoyed the origin of Santa Claus. So that was another good thing. I guess cons in the movie. Although I applauded their originality earlier, I thought they went a little too much on the fantasy. I preferred the first one over the second one, where they brought one fantasy character into the real world, and then this one they go to the fantasy land. Although I gotta say, the North Pole was done extremely well, and the just the use of Santa's Christmas magic was good, and the character of Belsnickel, played like I said earlier by Julian Dennison, was a fun character. He's kind of a rogue elf. That's not too much of a spoiler. You learn that fairly early on, and he did a good job. So anyway, I gotta say, if I'm comparing Christmas Chronicles 1 to 2, I liked 1 way more than 2. It just kind of more. It's more relatable. If you don't like fantasy elements and fantasy stories, you may just want to check out Christmas Chronicles 1. If you liked Christmas Chronicles 1, already seen it, I would definitely give part 2 a chance, unless you just hate, CGI characters and magic and fantasy. It's more that than just the typical holiday story that you would get like with the first one. So anyway, I encourage everyone to check out Christmas Chronicles 2 on Netflix. Like I said, it was pretty good. Not great. It definitely didn't suck, though. Good movie for this time of year if you're looking for something new to watch. So anyway, give it a watch and tell me what you think in the comments section. Please hit the like button, and please subscribe and share this video to your friends and any other video I do. Hopefully I'll have another video coming out in a day or two, reviewing New Mutants. If not, my next one will be Wonder Woman 84, and that review should be going up the morning of the 26th. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you at the movies.